Shalom. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Ruchach Kodash, Dabash the apostles and elders, that great millstone, who will well, peace, blessing, and salutation to the Lord. He's pushing his word throughout the four corners of this earth, doing it in true sincerity. I'm doing a video really quick because it caught my eye on when I was just on the internet. Here it is. It says Neiman Marcus filed for bankruptcy as soon as this week, and it's from Reuters.com, and it's pretty much a big deal in a perspective of this world, how Neiman Marcus and what all they offer to to the people in this world, and the economy, the clothing industry is big, and they're getting ready to file for unemployment. Well, the employees are, but they're gonna file for bankruptcy. It says Neiman Marcus Group preparing to seek bankruptcy protection as soon as this week, becoming the major U.S. department store operator to succumb to the economic fallout from the coronavirus outbreak. People familiar with the matter said the debt-laden Dallas-based company has been left with few options after the pandemic forced it to temporarily shut down all 43 of its Neiman Marcus locations, roughly 24 last call stores in its Bergdorf Goodman store in New York. Neiman Marcus is in the final stages of negotiating a loan with its creditors, totaling hundreds of millions of dollars, which will sustain some of its operations during bankruptcy proceedings. According to the sources, it has furloughed many of its roughly 1,400 or 14,000 employees. The bankruptcy filing could come within days, though the timing could slip. The source said Neiman Marcus get millions of dollars in debt payments last week, including one that only gave the company a few days to avoid default. So due to the coronavirus, these companies can't stay open. And Neiman Marcus being one of the biggest stores or establishments for those who shop high end. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native American you Israelites who have holding on to a little bit more money, they shop there. Esau shops there. These heathens shop there, and they can get high fashion. They can get designer clothing, and now they can't go because you can't go to stores inside anymore due to COVID-19. Neiman Marcus borrowing total about $4.8 billion, according to credit ratings from firm Standard & Poor. Some of this debt is the legacy of $6 billion leverage buyout in 2013 by its owners, private equity firm Ares Management Corp. And Canada Pension Plan Investment Board. The sources requested autonomy, anonymity, because the bankruptcy preparations are confidential. Neiman Marcus and Ares declined to comment, while CPPIB representatives did not. Oh, it gets deep. Representatives did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Now I'm gonna get a few scriptures to back up what I'm saying. Now it's a good thing that these stores are closing and are going down. Salaki, man, fucking distractions, are closing down, because that's a sign that America, aka Babylon, is going down, and that's a fact that can't be refuted. All right, and I hope they don't come back up. All right, all that goddamn clothing that is overpaid for. That was good fabric, I guess you would call it, fabric that lasts a long time, and cool looking clothing. But you shouldn't be fucking paying all that money for these different clothes, man. But some people ball out. Got what that nigga say? He got Wrangler on his booty. They got Neiman Marcus on their booty, man. This is at Revelation 18 and 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was given. Well, the earth was lightened with his glory, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. So that's it on that. And I wanted to get another scripture here which bags it up perfectly. This is 2nd Ezra in the Apocrypha 16 and 21. Behold, victuals shall be good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right. Now, if this article goes into how, let's see if it goes in. I don't think it might mention it. Let me briefly browse through it. Okay, so let me read this paragraph. We continue to view its capital structure as unsustainable. The analysts added, lowering the credit rating on Neiman Marcus deep into junk territory. They said move reflected the elevated potential of a debt restructuring. Once it's filed for bankruptcy, Neiman Marcus could attract interest from potential suitors seeking to pick up the company or some of its assets on the cheap, the sources said. Saks Fifth Avenue owner Hudson Bay Co. explored a bid for Neiman Marcus in 2007 but did not pursue it. People familiar with the matter said at the time the Canadian company was taken private earlier this year by a group of shareholders led by its chief executive Richard Baker, and it's unclear if it remains interested or would be in a position to pursue a new bid. So where you'd find Neiman Marcus, you'd go to Saks Fifth, where they got all the shit, Gucci, Louis, all the high-end fashion, so to speak, that you see these different people who try to keep up with the Joneses wear, Versace and all that. Okay. And now they had 2 stores that were open, and what the video said was they were selling it cheap. They were selling their merchandise cheaper to try to stay afloat. But it didn't work. So soon enough, I'll be happy if Gucci said, hey, we're closing down, we're bankrupting. Louis, we're closing down, we're bankrupting, because these things are idolized by our people. They make them literally an idol. Why I say that? Because they talk about it all the damn time in their music, all of that, bragging about what they have. The scriptures speak about bragging about raiment. Just make sure we have enough to sustain ourselves, not to shit on the next man, a slave shitting on another slave, metaphorically, because, let's see, Neiman Marcus. This is his Wikipedia, Dallas-based place. I never shop here personally, but I know they got some, high fashion shoes, high fashion jackets, clothes, and shit like that. But you would think it would stay up. You know, because it's a thing, especially with these fucking women, these bitches, to carry out bags. You know, just to be seen with bags. You know, walking through the shop, walking through the mall with bags. You know, going through the elevator, the stairs, the escalators with bags. It's a fashion statement. You know, it's a fashion statement. To you know, to basically equate that you got a bag, you've been dropping money, you've been dropping cash, but now, since due to the coronavirus, COVID-19, it got deep on their ass. It got deep on them, man. You know, they can't do these things. They can't gad abroad. Jay can't go spend his last on that bullshit. And we're seeing America, you know, putting the squeeze on you know, the economy. The economy's suffering. You know, the economy's suffering due to it. You know, let me get one more last scripture. Ecclesiastes 12:3. And in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. Windows be darkened, and the windows be darkened. Let me read that verse again, so like it. Ecclesiastes 12:3. It reads, "In that day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few." So you gotta think about the employees who worked there for years. You gotta think about the employees that worked there for years. You know, they're out of jobs. They gotta file for unemployment. You gotta think about it's probably if stores like this are, cause I know like Best Buy and Office, I think Office Depot, Office Max, they have like the manager and they have a manager and like a couple employees. They don't need all these people, man. You know, so I get for the fucking nose in the back. You know, they don't need all the people to work these stores. So they're laying them off. So the grinding is ceased. The grind is your daily grind, your hustle to what you make your money, your wage, your slave wage, to get your shekels. So it's just all prophecy. This is a literal prophecy. And it continues, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music should be brought low. So I guess because you can order the shit online, you know, it just came to my mind. It just came to my knowledge. You can order this overpriced clothing fabric online, so niggas can still rap about it and brag about it and wear it to the can't wear it to the club, but wear it around their house and take pictures on for IG. You know, but the daughters of music is gonna be brought low. That's going into the entertainment industry, the music industry. Lord willing, I pray this is edifying. All right, and give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. Shalom.